Texas, Xavier, Longhorns 4-point favorites. This total is ticked up from 148 to 149.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas playing it hard for Rodney Terry. And it sure looks like it's going to be a Houston-Texas showdown here in the Midwest region final. But don't count out the Xavier team. This is one game where I really don't have much of an opinion pregame because you're never quite sure what you're going to get from the Musketeers. I'm not blown away by Texas, and I thought Penn State had a great shot to beat the Longhorns in the second round. Well, actually, I think Texas was a little too strong inside, and it was able to exploit its mismatch in the paint, and that's the big difference in that game, and that's why Penn State went home. That's not really going to be the case here against Xavier. I think the Musketeers are a lot better, a lot stronger inside, and not a bad matchup for Texas.
And Dylan Disu, by the way, had his career high for the Longhorns.
He had everything he wanted against Penn State.
28 points, 10 rebounds, and obviously Penn State, one of the worst rebounding teams in the country because they have a 6'4" guard basically that, backs you down, plays into the post, and then they line up 4 shooters from the outside to shoot a bunch of threes. But Xavier, I think, a little bit more in terms of individual defense, maybe a little bit more dynamic. They're a team that can obviously shoot the three pretty darn well. They're 38.9%. That is number 3 in the country, 55.4% from effective field goal percentage. And they also have a big guy down low in Jack Nunge. I wish they would have had Fremantle here as well. But Jack Nunge is a kid transferred from Iowa. Can really step out and shoot. He can score down low. He can get to the line. He can hold his own on the glass. Xavier's guard, Sule Boom's a good shooter. Adam Kunkel's a good shooter. The emergence of Jerome Hunter, the former Indiana transfer, he's really been big of late, especially in this NCAA tournament. He kind of found something here very late in the season at 14 against Pitt, 24 against Kennesaw. He's found something, I think, here in this NCAA tournament. He is the ultimate X factor.
You wonder how good this Xavier team could be if you had Nunge and Fremantle. It's kind of like Twin Towers, but those guys, not too many teams can match up with that size.
Right.
Unfortunately for Xavier, the Musketeers are down to 1 big man instead of 2.
Yeah, so look at...
I still that's not a bad matchup here.
No, this is probably one of the better matchups as well. A total shaded low here at 148.5 because all these unders have been hitting and they don't want people, keep killing them on the unders. I think they're doing very well on the sides. Thank you very much for the bookmakers. But on the totals, they have not been doing well. So you're seeing them shade this a little bit low. I kind of lean to the over here. I think Xavier's going to be able to hit threes on Texas, and I think Texas is going to get what they want. This Xavier defense, because they're such an up-tempo team, they're not that great in terms of like the defensive ratings. They don't force a lot of turnovers, so that means they're not really pressuring you in the backcourt. They kind of allow you to run what you want. They also give up 35.5% from the three. That is 270th in the country. So I think you could have a very high-scoring game here with Xavier in Texas.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.